Yes, gone. All sanity is gone in this world. But I swear to fucking God, okay? This guy, he was gooning to the whole idea of like, you know, the relationship between a man and like a teenager, right? If I remember correctly, I don't know. And then Nick got it in his weird head that, well, you see, Dax, wait, no, I'm not doing the impression. Well, you see, Dax, the real takeaway from American Beauty is that the adult needed to fuck the minor in order to live. And it's like, motherfucker, I don't think that was the moral of the story. And then Dax is just like, yeah, man, you're so right. I don't know, man. I don't rewatch this segment for the funny. All right, I need a refresher. Sometimes, yeah.
I like the gay stuff.
You like the gay stuff? Oh, so the neighbor?
I like the King Me stuff.
It's literally and unironically my favorite movie ever made. I think it's the best movie. I think it's the best movie ever made.
Yeah. I have to watch it again and see how I feel about the underage sex fantasy.
That's the thing. First of all, she's a senior in high school. You have no idea how old she is.
Oh yeah, so she could be 18. You know my girlfriend's hobby?
So he's already making defenses for this. Why isn't he making defenses for Doc? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of like the same fucking scenario. Why isn't Nick making excuses for Doc? Right? It's not that I want people to make excuses for Doc, but I'm just saying that, like, it would make sense for Nick. But Nick never does anything that really makes sense. Again, because, you know, he just can't stop lying over and over and over and over and over. I mean, how'd you think his nose got so long? Pinocchio? Hello?
She said, watch every HBO show and anything where there's a teenager, somebody will always say something about them being 18. Like, oh,
yeah, they have to. Now. It's a legal requirement. They have to be crazy?
18. Then I can't not see it now.
Yeah, if they have a sex fantasy, people don't know this. If you don't know, in a media representation, the character that is the object of sexual affection must be 18. If you have an underage sexual character, like the person has to be arrested or murdered or whatever. And Kevin Spacey is not actually killed because of the underage sex fantasy, because he stops prior to actually offending, which is very important for the character as well.
Yeah.
I've talked about this a bunch. People are like, wow, he's infatuated with an underage girl. It's like, no, actually, she's
not really.
She's not underage, probably. They
probably
a little ambiguous.
Oh, this is the problem. It's like, well, why do you gotta throw in probably? It's like you make a definitive statement, then you stop for a second. You're like, well, actually, I don't know. You started this off by saying it was ambiguous, so you don't even actually know, but then you proceed to be like, no, actually, this is true, but like, no, it doesn't make sense.
But you get the impression that she could certainly be 18. And second of all, when he goes to do the thing, he stops because he finds out that she's not a virgin. He thought she was a whore. That's the whole purpose, was he was going to fulfill his fantasy. When he found out that the chick was actually just an innocent girl who was a virgin, he's like, holy fuck, what am I doing? And he stops.
Yeah.
And that, by the way, is what gets him killed. Did you know that?
Because he walks outside after that?
No, it's because Kevin Spacey indulges every single thing that he has denied himself the entire movie. His entire life, Lester Burnham. He's denied himself everything.
But what happens when he denies her?
He stops denying himself.
Right.
For a year. For an entire year, Lester Barnum says, I'm going to improve me. And he does.
Did he say Barnes?
And then the moment that he goes to improve himself one more time with this like sexual fantasy with whatever.
Oh my God.
And he stops himself with morality, the one thing he's eschewed the entire time. That's when he dies. Right after that. Literally minutes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's crazy to think about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
This bro is talking about how, like, oh my fucking God. Look, it sounds like he's gooning to the thought of, like, an adult and a minor getting it on, and he's, like, calling Kiwi Farms a bunch of pedos. I just don't fucking get that. Like, to be fair, there's a lot about Nick that I don't understand how it leaves his fucking mouth, but, yeah, exactly. Like, what? Like, okay, we'll just add this to the list of why Nick shouldn't really be calling anyone a pedo, like Kiwi Farms, Montegraph, whatever. He doesn't really even have a leg to stand on. Like, if Montegraph had some, I don't know, if Montegraph did like a fucking stream doing the same thing Nick did, maybe he could have like point out like a little bit. I don't know. Maybe he could have done something, but I don't know, bro. I don't know about this. This is why it's a little out of character, Nick. You should be defending Doc. You guys know you should be defending.
It's kind of like that too.
Whatever.
Yeah. Someone
see
says
that?
still creepy. Yes, it is creepy. Like that.
It's supposed
That
to be
is-
creepy.
It's literally he's lived his entire life as
Oh,
a
God,
proper human.
Yeah.
His entire life. He's 40 something years old and he hates everything about his life. He hates his
Oh my
his wife's a
God, I
bitch
remember this now.
who is
Okay, I remember this now. This is where like I think people were calling this like projection and shit, and they were like, I think even the casino said this, and Nick is Nick is living vicariously through the protagonist of American Beauty or some shit.
trying to sell real estate and fucking some other guy.
Oh
His
my
daughter hates
God. Okay, all right. It does look like projection now. Oh my fucking okay.
Even though she used to be his best friend, she hates him because of what he has to do.
Oh
And
my
why does he
God.
have to do it? Well, because his wife's a bitch. Like that's the reality. So his wife has by proxy shattered his relationship with his daughter. And so he's just trying to reconnect. It's actually the most beautiful moment in that entire movie. People don't get this.
How is it beautiful?
The very end. He's shot in the head. He's dying. He's bleeding out. And he starts saying the poem about the most.
Isn't fucking Rekieta the same person that was like, anime fans are all pedo? Now, granted, this was after his grift. After he stole money from all the anime fans. After he grifted Vic Mignogna's name for like 2 years or however fucking long Nick did. Now, like, what? How are you fucking having that stance if you're justifying like an adult and a minor? Like, I don't know, bro. It's just, what's that H word? A little hypocritical there. I don't know. No, he doesn't, and he doesn't even want to be on the right path.
Most beautiful thing in the world. Like he thinks he's going to be overcome. It goes through him like rain. Whatever. Like, oh wow, that's gay. Like the bag has come full circle. But then he says one thing, and it shows a picture of his daughter. And he goes, I think her name's Jane, right?
Janie. Yeah.
He goes, and then there's Jane. And it's this moment where a father who has fucked up his entire, like he not only like he lived the wrong life, he tried to fix it and he fucked it all up and he died.
What the
But he
fuck?
knows that for just 1 second, right before he passes, that his daughter's going to be okay
Oh,
because
God.
he prepared her for the world to come. And he saw for a moment, right before he died, that she was rejecting him. She was rejecting his wife or whatever. But he's like, well, we transgressed. She's going to be good. And he has this moment of
I love like the dead stare from fucking Dick right here. He's either like really into this shit or he's like, what the fuck?
recollection, recognition, and acceptance. And it's the best part of the whole movie
What the fuck?
because that's what every dad does. Like they go, I've poured my entire life into this kid. And he realizes that she'll be good without him. And he sends
Okay.
her off like a boat or whatever.
Okay, Nick.
But he should have fucked that girl.
What the
But he
fuck?
didn't.
Okay, Dick. all right. Okay, maybe Dick is a little on the fucking retard side, okay?
He'd be alive.
Because, yeah, if he would have fucked the girl, he would have lived. That's the
Jesus.
crazy thing. If he would have done the transgression, he would have lived. But he did the right thing, and because of the
Okay.
right thing, he dies. He
See, this is why I'm saying, like, he should be defending Doc. Like, look, like, does this not seem like
He
an
fucks him up.
argument? Like, am I crazy here?
it's weird.
She would have loved it though.
But life
Yeah.
punishes you sometimes for doing the right thing, Dick.
Okay.
I know. I get punished every day because I'm always doing the right thing.
You've never
Very philosophical. I'm gonna get rid of this discussion. Okay, I think we get the point. It's a little stupid coming from Nick is what I'm trying to get at, and I think I showed you guys why. And Nick hasn't really been saying anything. Like, okay, he did the usual where like he's shit talking Null,